A tough time is a stretch when life feels heavier. Stress rises, clarity fades, and simple tasks take effort. It can look like a job setback, strained relationships, health worries, money pressure, loneliness, or burnout. Everyone faces seasons like these, and they do pass. What matters is how we meet them. Here's the unshakable promise. Section 1. The unshakable promise in tough times. Life will inevitably present us with challenges. We all encounter days, weeks, or even seasons that feel heavy and overwhelming. Professional pressures can mount, family dynamics can become strained, our own health can present unexpected hurdles. The defining question is not whether these difficult periods will arrive, because they surely will. The true test lies in how we choose to meet them, how we navigate the turbulent waters, and what we become in the process. There is a profound and simple truth that can serve as a guiding light in these moments. Tough times never last, but tough people do. This phrase is more than just a collection of words. It is an emotional anchor. This enduring quote offers a perspective that is both calming and empowering. It reminds us that the very nature of a tough time is that it is a finite period, a storm that will eventually pass. The clouds will break, and the sun will shine again. The problems that feel all-consuming today will, in time, recede into the past. In contrast, the quote highlights the permanence of human resilience. It suggests that individuals who cultivate an inner strength, a quality of endurance, do not simply survive adversity. They persist. They learn, they integrate the lessons of their struggles, emerging with a greater capacity than before. The ether of their spirit becomes more durable through the experience. Being a tough person is not about suppressing emotion or building an impenetrable wall around your heart. It is not a denial of pain, sadness, or fear. True mental toughness is the quiet, determined practice of continuing to move forward, even when you feel weighed down by those very emotions. It is the courage to take one more step when every part of you wants to stand still. It is the wisdom to acknowledge your feelings without letting them become the sole authors of your story. This strength is a dynamic quality, something that is built and reinforced over time through conscious effort and deliberate practice, not an innate trait reserved for a select few. Therefore, the journey toward becoming a tougher person is not about waiting for a crisis to reveal your hidden strength. It is about proactively building that strength day by day, in small, manageable ways. It is about understanding that the same way a muscle grows stronger through consistent, challenging exercise, your mind and spirit grow more resilient through consistent, intentional practices. By embracing this mindset, you transform from a passive recipient of life's difficulties into an active participant in your own growth. You begin to see challenges not merely as obstacles to be endured, but as opportunities to forge a more capable and enduring version of yourself. Yes. Section 2. The anchor of routine. Your first step to toughness. How then does one begin to build this formidable mental toughness? The path starts not with a grand, heroic gesture, but with the quiet consistency of small, deliberate actions. The first foundational step is to establish a small routine. Routines are powerful anchors in the unpredictable sea of life. They create a sense of order and predictability, which in turn fosters a feeling of control, even when external circumstances feel chaotic and unmanageable. A simple grounding morning routine, for instance, can fundamentally alter the trajectory of your entire day, setting a tone of purpose and stability from the moment you wake. It provides a solid platform from which to face whatever comes next. This routine does not need to be complex or time-consuming to be effective. The power is in its consistency, not its difficulty. Consider a simple sequence: waking up at the same time each morning, even on weekends. Upon rising, you might drink a full glass of water to hydrate your body and mind. Follow this with just 5 minutes of gentle walking to awaken your senses. Finally, take a single minute to write down one clear, achievable intention for the day ahead. These small, interlocking acts accumulate. They are declarations to yourself that you are in command of your morning, and by extension, you are capable of navigating the day's challenges. The true value of a routine is most apparent when life becomes most difficult. When you are faced with a sudden crisis, a period of high stress, or overwhelming anxiety, in these moments, your established routine becomes a non-negotiable sanctuary. It is a familiar, steadying rhythm you can return to. It is the act of making your bed, brewing your tea, or doing your 5 minutes of stretching that tells your nervous system there is order within your power. Imagine a looming presentation that keeps you up at night. You wake at your usual time, make a calming cup of tea, and sit in silence for a few minutes. This simple, controlled start contains the anxiety and prepares you to face the task with composure. Section 3. The Architect of Your Mind. Shaping Resilient Thoughts. The second critical step in building unbreakable mental toughness involves becoming the architect of your own mind. Your thoughts are incredibly powerful. They are the lens through which you perceive and interpret the world. Unchecked, negative thought patterns can spiral into powerful currents of fear, self-doubt, hopelessness that color every experience. The good news is that you can intervene. You can learn to observe your thoughts, question their validity, and redirect them toward a more constructive perspective. This is not blissful ignorance. It's cultivating a realistic internal dialogue. The practice begins with awareness. Start by noticing when a particularly harsh, fearful, or self-defeating thought arises. Pause and gently challenge it. Ask, is this thought 100% true? Is there evidence to the contrary? Replace the negative thought with a neutral or hopeful one. Instead of, I will fail, try, this is challenging, but I've overcome challenges before. I can try my best. This shift changes your emotional state and opens the door to action. Speak to yourself with the kindness you'd give a friend. So often, our internal monologues are full of relentless criticism and harsh judgments we wouldn't give others. Make a conscious effort to stop self-flagellation. When you make a mistake, swap "I'm so stupid" for "that didn't work as planned." What can I learn for next time? Example, a student gets a poor grade on an important exam. Immediate thought, I am a complete failure. I'm not smart enough for this subject. With mental architecture, the student can catch the thought.
One grade doesn't define me. This material was difficult.
Action. Review methods. Ask the professor for help. Prepare differently for the next test. This reframes the result as a solvable problem and prompts action. Well, that's the idea. Tough times never last, but tough people do. The third pillar of mental toughness is built through practice. Specifically, the practice of intentionally doing small, hard things. Just as a weightlifter builds physical muscle by progressively lifting heavier weights, you build mental and emotional muscle by progressively facing and overcoming small challenges. Strength is not a passive state. It is an active quality that grows in response to demand. By starting with tiny, manageable tasks that push you just slightly outside your comfort zone, you begin a powerful cycle of growth. Each small victory, no matter how insignificant it may seem, serves as a deposit into your confidence account, building the self-belief needed to face larger adversities down the road. Identify minor fears or points of resistance and create tiny challenges around them. Make eye contact and say good morning to one stranger. Do a single 5-minute workout video. Complete one small, defined piece of a large project. This principle extends to your physical well-being, which is inextricably linked to your mental state. Your body and mind form a single, integrated system. Therefore, practicing good physical habits is a non-negotiable part of building mental fortitude. Ensure you are getting adequate sleep, as exhaustion depletes your cognitive resources and amplifies negative emotions. Nourish your body with simple, healthy food, and consistently move your body, walking, stretching, more vigorous exercise. When your body is tired, hungry, or lethargic, your thoughts naturally feel heavier and more pessimistic. Small, positive changes in these areas create a huge uplift in your mental resilience. If you have a deep-seated fear of public speaking, start by speaking up for 30 seconds in a low-stakes meeting. The next week, aim for 1 minute. Over weeks, you desensitize fear and teach your brain you can handle the pressure. The once terrifying becomes achievable. Building an unbreakable spirit is also an act of profound self-compassion. Begin today. Take one small, decisive step forward. Tough times never last, but tough people do. You have everything you need. Keep going.